forward. Now the only change to the team that began the 2-1 win over Benevento 2 weeks ago. Jean Mario is absent with an acute case of tonsillitis. 2 changes to the Milan Cat's best in what we expect to be Milanese mayhem. Derby Day Milan. This a game unlike any other in Italy. 2 northern powerhouses, 1 proud city. Black and blue meets red and black. Winning Chris Perry means everything. It certainly goes so far with 12 minutes gone at San Siro. Borja Valera, a lovely skill, and now Candreva. Oh, and off the bar. What an effort that was from Candreva, the closest we've come to an opener in the derby.
Well, we spoke before the game about who was going to play number 10 for Inter today, and it's Borja Valera who picks the ball up in space, just lays it off to his left-hand side into the path of Candreva. 1 touch, and he just tries to float it into the top corner. No pace on the ball, really, but it's so close. Conceded many goals in the last 10 seasons. 9 times the champions come from the team that's conceded the fewest goals. So if they can keep that defensive record strong and stop conceding goals, then Spalletti's going to have every chance.
Suso with the effort wide.
Speculative, isn't it? It's a long way out to be trying to score there. He's probably claiming there was a little touch off the studs, but didn't look it.
Paul Montella of Mage is forward, and we all know that Borja Valera can deliver a mean set piece, and he's done just that. Really, it was an awkward ball for Milan to try and defend, and it's come all the way across here for Ivan Perisic. Miranda's forward from the back, and his header wasn't far wide.
He rose so well there, didn't he? Miranda timed it brilliantly, his header. First ball in wasn't really dealt with particularly well by Milan, just flicked out, kept in at the far post. Appealing for offside, they don't deal with the second ball. Second ball comes back in, and Miranda times his jump to perfection, powers the header over the top of Ricardo Rodriguez, and Donnarumma was scrambling. Great finisher.
Candreva, who's been found by D'Ambrosio. Early crossing, Icardi! 1 chance, 1 goal. Mauro Icardi for Inter. And it all came from a cross from Candreva. You could not script it. Just what they talked about before the game. The deadly combination. Inter in front on Derby Day.
Well, we spoke earlier, didn't we, about Candreva's crossing. Could he put it into the right area? Well, he certainly does this time. It's an absolutely wonderful ball in behind the recovering defenders. Bonucci goes to the ground, can't get there, can't cut it out. Icardi gets across the front of Musacchio, just a deftest of touches with his right foot, guides it into the bottom corner. Donnarumma with no chance. Cambiasso over the moon, applauding in the stands.
Melito would have been proud of that finish as well. It's vintage Mauro Icardi.
They need 2 out-and-out centre forwards up there.
It's certainly not clicked, has it, for Milan yet in the derby in this first half. Really good turn by Kessié, showed good strength to get away from Gagliardini. And Borini! Good stop by Handanovic, and then on the rebound it's into the side netting.
It's a brilliant save from Handanovic, it really is. Wonderful play, wonderful break from Kessié, shows great strength to get away from Gagliardini. Beautiful weight of pass, Nagatomo lacking pace, Borini in behind him, tries to fire it across goal, and to get down so low so quickly, Handanovic does brilliantly there.
Well, no doubting. Well, no time for added time at the end of the first half. And it's Inter who will go in at the break with a 1-goal lead. That gap, and Inter would arguably be ahead of schedule. Their rather chaotic start to last season must seem a world away right now. They're 8 points better off compared to the same stage of the previous campaign. Milan's left. Inside it goes here to Perisic. Borja Valera beyond it. Icardi further still. Perisic with the pass. And now it's Matthias Vecino. And Donnarumma got his angles right.
Daisy cutter, wasn't it? It was a good break again, though, wasn't it? Candreva doing good work defensively, then starting off the counter-attack. Vecino with the shot that was always going wide.
In space, he's been found as well. He's got Musacchio to his right. Suso will have a go, and he forces the save from Handanovic.
I think Handanovic is fortunate that this is right down his throat, straight at him, because Suso catches this brilliantly with his left foot. It's moving in the air a little bit. Had it been either side, I think, to be careful, Miranda.
Suso, crossfield pass intended for Rodriguez, and it finds him. 4 plays in the middle. Cutrone was one of them.
So sharp, finds space brilliantly. That's why he reminds me of Icardi. That movement to the near post, just pulls away and then gets across the front of Skriniar. Can't quite guide his shot on target. But so noticeable already at the start of the second half that Ricardo Rodriguez is playing much higher up the pitch.
Milan supporters, Chris, I would imagine, will be saying, why didn't they start like this? Pinpoint pass to Fabio Borini. Suso. Lots of movement inside the box, an overlapping run here by Musacchio. Suso decides to go alone and scores! Oh, that was quality! How about that from Suso? Beautiful goal from the Spaniard, and Montella's Milan are level in the derby.
This is a brilliant goal from Suso, but this is all about the overlapping run from the centre-back. Musacchio that opens up the space for Suso to come inside. We spoke just a second ago about how much higher up the pitch that Borini and Rodriguez are playing. But Musacchio just takes away the run of Ivan Perisic, takes him away, allows Suso to open up the space inside. No one closes him down. But it's wonderful technique to literally pick out a pinpoint finish into the bottom corner past Handanovic, who gets a fingertip to it, but can't keep it out.
Well, it has been said that maybe this new formation doesn't suit Suso, but they're determined, Milan, to make sure they find a role for him in the Derby della Madonnina. Candreva. Vecino! Oh, close.
Well, he should hit the target, Vecino. It's a really good counter-attack. Candreva 1v1 against Rodriguez is a complete mismatch. Tries to pass it into the bottom corner and just gets his angles wrong. Should be hitting the target there, and Spalletti, head in hands, knows that's a...
Icardi's won it back though for Inter. And look at the run here from Perisic. Icardi. He's kept it well and found Ivan Perisic. Vecino in the middle. Icardi's there as well. Perisic hits the byline. Icardi! Oh, what a finish! It's absolutely sensational at San Siro from Mauro Icardi. What a player! Incredible improvisation from the captain, who leads from the front again, and Inter have their lead back.
Well, this is the game now, isn't it? You know, Inter win the ball high up the pitch. Counter-attack after counter-attack after counter-attack. It's going to be that type of game. Icardi does brilliantly initially, holds the ball up, wins the ball back, breaks forward, just waits for support. Perisic to his left-hand side, plays the perfect pass out to him. Perisic 1v1 with Musacchio. Can Musacchio stop the cross? No, he can't, but Bonucci just, instead of marking players in the box, goes to mark space. Icardi finds half a yard of space, and what a finish with the outside of his right foot on the volley. Absolute precision into the bottom corner. But George Graham always said to me as a defender, mark players in the box, space never scores a goal, and there you go. Bonucci, had he been marked.
Vecino gets away from Belia. Movement from Borja Valera. Now it's João Cancelo, and on he goes. And the cross is deflected, and it's behind for a corner.
It's a good break again, isn't it? That's what they're going to have to do, just suck Milan onto them and then look to hit them on the counter. Vecino was strong down the right-hand side, laid it back to Cancelo, showed good pace to get to the byline. Gets the cross across, and Romagnoli does well to cut it out at the near post. To sit alongside Belia.
Belia. And now Ricardo Rodriguez. Borini, he's taken that down really well. Crossing was decent, and at the back post, oh, has it gone in? It's Giacomo Bonaventura. Milan are appealing. Into the final 10 minutes we go, and Milan have done it again. Bonaventura was the man arriving at that back post. And it's 2-2 at San Siro, just as it was last season. Guaranteed drama in the Derby della Madonnina.
It certainly looked over the line, didn't it? Good ball in, wasn't it? Good ball in from... he's unfortunate, isn't he, Handanovic? He gets down and makes a brilliant initial save, and it rebounds off the post, and he can't stop the momentum of his body, forcing it back over the line. He's unfortunate, but they don't defend the cross. It bounces in the 6-yard box. Bonaventura arrives at the back post. Cancelo switches off, doesn't track his man, and it just trickles over the line.
It's an own goal as well, isn't it?
Ball all round.
Vecino maybe could have gone on his own though, couldn't he? I think that's what Icardi said to him. Why didn't you just hit it? In goes the cross. Oh, and it's watched.
Penalty.
Oh, they've given a penalty. In the 89th minute in the derby, the referee points to the spot, and Inter are going to have the chance to win this now.
Yeah, it was a header, wasn't it? Glanced on at the near post that was just going wide, and you just wonder, did Ricardo Rodriguez just tug back? I didn't quite see who it was, but he's obviously done something to give away a penalty. Header at the near post. Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, he's got his arms around him, but you see that all the time. I think that's really harsh.
Massive call in such a big game. But it's Mauro Icardi. In the final minute of normal time, a fixture that almost always seems to deliver late drama of late. Are we going to see it again now? Nerves all around San Siro. It is Mauro Icardi, the captain, who's on a hat-trick, and he scores!
The calmest man in the stadium, wasn't he?
Never in doubt from Mauro Icardi, and Inter lead for a third time in the derby. This time, can they hold the lead?
It's a hat-trick for Icardi. He takes his shirt off, shows it to the fans. He's been absolutely outstanding today. 3 chances, 3 goals. Had never scored against Milan until the last outing. Has now scored 4 in the last 2 games. He is the talisman for Inter. He's the star man today.
This is the incident for which the penalty was given. Ricardo Rodriguez adjudged to have held on, but Icardi sent Donnarumma the wrong way, and Inter have the lead in the closing stages of the derby. And what a derby it's been.
Well, there was uncertainty, wasn't there, whether it was a penalty, but there was certainly no uncertainty about the way that Mauro Icardi stepped up and put it away.
It's Inter's night. The Milanese bragging rights are theirs for now. Spalletti's side go 10 points clear of their